This is a small haul from with 2 orchids, 2 cattleyas from Åkessons Orkidéer in Sweden. And and they were sitting here for a couple of days waiting for my voice to be better, but that's not the case. So yeah, and this one is, after releasing it finally, it's RLC Ports of Paradise green Ching. Yeah, what does it say? Hua. And yeah, why did I buy my third one? That you might ask yourself. And now let's see if this one can make it, and if this one is a better quality plant. Yeah, the start is better. It's sitting in plain bark and it looks nice, of course. Yeah, it's got a new growth, and as well as, let's see, yeah, no, I think, yeah, still got a few new roots to produce. So yeah, I think this one is a much better plant. I hope it is. Yeah, plump pseudobulbs. And this one is going to be a large new growth, quite large new growth indeed. So all good things are 3. So let's hope for this one. RSC Ports of Paradise, my third attempt. And now let's see. I also got this Cattleya, this orange Cattleya. And this one is a little bit larger, and it arrived with a sheath. But there's, yeah, well, no, there's really nothing in it yet, but, well, we'll see. And it also produced a new growth here from, yeah, from its previous cane, which it flowered from, I think. So, yeah, this one is also going to produce a new growth here before long. So perhaps it will fill this sheath with something, or it won't. But time will tell. And it's, of course, as you can see, it's sitting in bark. And I'm not going to repot these 2 guys. And as well as you want to know what it is. It's an orchid I saw on YouTube not long ago. And I fell in love with it. And the same day, this orchid nursery, Åkessons Orkidéer, yeah, they uploaded a new list with orchids, and this one popped up amongst the new ones. So I just thought that, yeah, it was a sign for me to buy this one. Green Cattleya Fuchs Orange Nugget. So how can I go wrong? I love orange Cattleyas, and they won't, I got a few of them right now, and well, they won't flower for me at the same time. So yeah, that's nice. It's a nice splash, and it's a good size Cattleya with this lovely new growth here. I would be surprised if it didn't bloom, but well, time will tell. And yeah, you might wonder why I have this sprayer here, this orchid mist, and it's a little cotton piece. Yeah, so I'm gonna spray it with this orchid mist, and I usually clean the leaves when I got some new orchids, so they can photosynthesize a little bit more, as well as I can get rid of the dust and nourish it a little bit. All right, and here is an update. It's a little short, small update on my Chysis Limminghei, which produced, as I told you, this little thingy. This little thing is not so little anymore. It's a fern, and it's growing on nicely. Yeah, it's quite large now, and the pseudobulbs are getting fatter. Yeah, so I think this is a really nice plant now, and it's, yeah, it's twice the size as from when I got it in June, and now it's 5 months later and it's double its size. So yeah, I think that's good progress. And I give it a little bit extra LED light, as well as I potted it up. You can see the video in the link. I'm gonna link to the video with this plant when I got it from Schwerter, this Chysis Limminghei. Yeah, and I also added a little bit of slow release fertilizer, and I fertilize it quite a lot, and it's sitting in coconut husk fiber chips. And yeah, it's doing well, but it doesn't really like to dry out too much. This is going to happen when it dries out too much. So yeah, beautiful plant. As well as I had a little request about yet another orchid from Schwerter. It's my RC Taiwan Good Life Big Wilson, and this one I had a lot of trouble with. Firstly, when I first got it, it was sitting in a quite large Cattleya basket, the black one. I can show you a picture of it here, what it looked like, and I'm also going to link to the video. As well as, well, I think it was making its way out of its spot, so I just wanted to repot it, as well as it sat in sphagnum moss, I think, or yeah. So I repotted it a little bit lower down in the pot, and yeah, all of the roots died off, and it didn't have any new growth coming, nothing, and no new roots either. So yeah, it was a bad chance to take, but I did that anyway. So and then I had to rip it out of that pot, since the yeah, as I told you, the roots were dead, and I didn't want to have a bunch of dead roots in the basket. So I decided to place it in my somewhat regular media with a little bit of sphagnum moss, and as well as charcoal and large pieces of bark. As you can see, the roots, just gonna yeah, remove the big pieces of chunky pieces of bark here. As you can see, the roots are beautiful. It's got lovely root system now. But I better be keeping up with the watering. I think it needs quite a lot of water, this guy. The pseudobulbs were so thin. There was nothing here. But now they're getting a little bit fatter, a little bit more plump. So it's on its way on recovering, as well as the new growth here it produced the last 4 months. It's really progressing. Yeah. So it's on its way, of course. And it did not flower. Of course, it did not flower from its last sheath, which I got it with. So yeah. I also wanted to make a short update on my Brazilian bare-rooted import from Lucke Orchideen. And this is the one I repotted not long ago, and it's the one I've been talking about this guy a little bit too much, I think, but well, I still love it. BLC Suzuki's Red Flare Suzuki. Yeah, and yeah, it's spotted here in bark, and yeah, it's got yet another growth coming on here. And that one's going to produce a couple of new roots here as well, and an eye here. So this is a vigorous plant. And yeah, but I'm not watering it that much yet, since the roots are really short and not capable of taking up so much water yet. As you can see, it's getting a little bit dehydrated, but there's nothing I can do about that right now. But in a short while, yeah, it will be able to take up the water and the moisture, and it's going to look better. And now let's see. This one is also an orchid from my Brazilian bare-rooted import from Lucke, and it's my alse Marielle Mendelhall. And it's been sitting, now they've been sitting here for 3.5 weeks when I record this video, and they've been sitting in a quite hot area with a dampened light, not so much light, not until they started to produce roots anyway. But now, yeah, it's producing roots, and it's got a bump here. It's going to produce another growth here. All the roots here are dead, so yeah, it's been sitting in bark media. You can see the little pieces of bark that's stuck to this dead roots still, but yeah, I'm gonna remove all of the roots, and yeah, I sprayed it a little bit, sprayed roots, even though it, yeah, in order to make it a little bit more moist around the plant's base, but not too much. I don't want it to rot. But it did a trick. So well, I think I'm gonna repot this one into semi-hydro tomorrow, perhaps. So it was good root progress on that guy. And this one is my, let's see here. This one is my Alse, magic treat, new trick. It's a lovely one, and I've been giving this one the same treatment. I sprayed roots just to increase the humidity around the base a little bit, to make it produce some new roots. And yeah, it's little nubbin, it's little new growth is growing on here, and I can see that it's starting to produce some small roots now. But I will wait with this guy until I see some more roots coming on, and place it into semi-hydro in plastic pots, of course. As well as as well as I got this one, also from this Brazilian import, and it's Cattleya Pau, the Acuca. And this one, yeah, the roots are papery, but I think it's got a few roots that are not dead here, that are really sturdy yet. So, well, but I'm not going to repot this one into semi-hydro until I can see some new roots coming out here. So I would just have to spray it a little bit more. Yeah, and leave it be for a while. Yes. And I have my free plant, my bonus plant, which I gave the same treatment. This beautiful little, not mature plant. It's my Cattleya Memoria Bluey. It's a cross between Cattleya granulosa and Cattleya aquilandia, which makes it a primary hybrid. But yeah, I can see that it's now starting to produce some more roots here, some new roots. This one is not focusing, I can see, but yeah, now it's focusing. And it's the little one. It's a little division. I got it in 2 divisions, unfortunately. But yeah, but as you can see, now it's starting to produce 2 new growth. So I'm not really disappointed, and soon they're going to be some roots here. I can see some small nubbins here, root tips, that is. So it's just going to stay in this cup for a while, and I'm going to spray its only viable root here. This one, I think it is. A little bit more, and keep it a little bit moist around the base, but not too much, so it rots. And I also got this one. It's also from Brazilian import, of course, and it's the largest one. It's my Cattleya Pedra da Gavia Flammea. It's a really large orchid, 50 centimeters tall, and it's getting quite dehydrated now. But never mind. As you can see, its newest growth is growing large. It's growing really tall now. It's almost the size of its previous growth, which it bloomed from, as you can see. But look what happened. It's a lovely root system in no time. This happened in just, I think, the last week. Before that, he only had this root and a little root tip above it. And yeah, I've been spraying this and this, and yeah, you know the deal, as I told you. The same treatment as the other ones, and I had it in a hot position with dampened light. So, and as you can see, it's been sitting in bark, but I'm not sure, but I think I'm gonna place this one in semi-hydro as well, just to see if a large Cattleya, large size Cattleya, can really adapt to it properly, or if it's more wise to use a little bit more young Cattleyas in order to convert them into semi-hydro. But I would like to try this out. I really would. All right, so yeah, I'm gonna make a little video about me putting a few of them now into semi-hydro. Yeah, okay. So I'm sorry about my voice, but if I don't make any updates, I will miss a lot of chances to film. As you can see, stuff is happening. And I also want to show you a little bit, little guy here. This one is an orange, beautiful orchid. Something with Cattleya. His young Yo Gold Coast Fireworks. It's a Cattleya type orchid, and it produced this beautiful cane here. And I got it from Schwerter, I think 1 year ago or so. And this one, its last growth is a huge one, and it produced a sheath in it this time, as well as the last time. But this one didn't develop anything, but this one is now filling up the sheath with stuff. It wasn't there 2 days ago, so it's really producing its buds really fast. So this one is going to be nice to show to you. ETT Hisangyo Gold Coast Fireworks, and it can really bloom this this small. It's a small size, and I bought it. Yeah, it was really small, and but it said it was flowering size in the web shop. So yeah, I just wanted to show you that. All right, thank you so much for watching today. I'm sorry about my voice, but yeah, we'll see better days. All right, and you take care, and yeah, don't catch this thing that I've got. All right, have a good day. Bye bye. Take care.